Hello world, this is a Red Mage up to level 80 guy. This is Shadowbringers 5.1. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell for future content. Level 72 we get enhanced displacement. The potency from displacement goes from 150 to 200. At level 72 we get engagement. It delivers an attack with a potency of 150. It is instant cast with a 35-second off global. Shares a recast timer with displacement, so if you use one or the other, the opposite will go on cooldown. At level 74, we get enhanced Manafication trait, reduces Manafication recast timer to 110 seconds, and adds an additional effect that increases magic damage dealt by 5%. At level 76, we get a Reprise, delivers an attack with a potency of 100, action upgraded to Enchanted Reprise if both black mana and white mana are at 5 or more. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. If you do have 5 black and white, this will go up to 300 potency. So the functionality behind Reprise has two forms of use. So the first use is basically you are stuck to your running animation. You need to run, especially with tank pulls, especially with boss transitions or the boss is being moved to another location. You're going to spam this guy. Remember, you only use this if it's a single target. If it's 2 or more, you're going to use Molinet, however. But yes, you will be using this guy to be spammed out so you can put yourself on the downtime. That's the other form of using this, is basically just putting yourself on downtime so you can toss those off globals. Like so. Level 78, we get enhanced Contre Sixte, reduces your Contre Sixte's recast timer to 35 seconds. It increases potency of both Ver Thunder and Ver Arrow to 120. And final, level 80, we get Scorch. Deals magic damage with a potency of 700, combo action off of your Ver Flare or Ver Holy. Additional effect increases both black mana and white mana by 7. Jolt 2 is turned into Scorch upon landing Ver Flare or Ver Holy. So for whatever reason your gear is broken at the time of you actually using this, if your Ver Holy or Ver Flare doesn't actually hit and you get a miss, your Scorch does not follow through. It is instant cast with a spell instant cast, so you pop it just like you would pop any other spell off your dual cast. So for the rotations itself, they are kind of disappointing. This is Red Mage up to level 80. I was expecting a bit more. But they are mostly just their after finishers. I can elaborate as much as I'm able to, just to extend the duration of this video, but it's pretty much non-existent for me. That's not how I make videos anymore. For the rotations, they should be down in the description, or you can also see them on the screen right now. So this is going to be the single target rotation versus Ver Flare and Ver Holy. And for the AoE, again, it is pretty much similar. The rotations list can be found in the description, and of course on top of the little screen where you saw my mouse cursor move to. Of course, I would use engagements over the displacement because you want to stay at melee range. You can use the level 70 rotation. It's pretty much the same. It hasn't really changed all too much. The manipulative Moogle Mogfoil, you can craft this guy from the original of doing the A Realm Reborn Moogle King content. For the head, you can do the Wyvern Skin Mask of Casting is what I'm currently using. Since I am a Viera, I can't use many helmets, if at all any of the good ones anyways. For the body is going to be the Even Star Coats. I believe you get this from the level 50 MSQ quest. Mine is, I got this from a retainer brought back this guy, so I figured I may as well keep it. The original, I trashed it, so for the hands I used the number 2 type B gloves, and for the feet I used the number 2 type B boots as well. You get these two from the copied factory. And of course the Expeditioner's pantalettes. This is pretty much crafted gear. There's the original that cannot be dyed, but I'd rather have something dyed. All of these are generic white dye, the expensive one, not the regular white dye. And for my accessories, they're all pretty much the same, but I may as well show them in this video. So the Peach Blossoms is pretty much a Mog Station exclusive, I believe, for the earrings. Then I have the Namazu belt, of course, from the Namazu Beast Tribe. And the Emperor's new bracelet and new earrings, or new rings, I should say. Alright, so we are in a dungeon example. I think this was the Cosmos? The Grand Cosmos. So this is the final rendition dungeon to 5.1. So obviously it's pretty much the same as 70, besides the Scorch. This is AoE, so we won't be using that until it is a single target. So it is the same. We're just going to... We have a melee DPS, so we're going to stay melee. Let's just do a bunch of these guys, toss them around. Okay, seem to have grabbed aggro there. It is A-okay, I think I'll die. Let's just move on. Let's move away. Maybe I won't die. Let's see if the tank grabs aggro, and we're good. Okay, let me do my AoE. Let's get in there. Okay, just toss off globals. You guys should know how to do this stuff by now. Now, and I'm just trying to stay at melee so I can avoid those telegraphs from too far away. I can obviously pop my manipulation here, but it's one target left and they're about to die, so... And there goes that. So, let's move on. I had a little bit of an issue early on, but Red Mage does a lot of damage in bursts, so I have to watch with the tank as well. So that was pretty much AoE. I didn't obviously have a whole bunch of finishers in a way of actually doing the full AoE, but it's pretty much the same as 70. I'm using my engagement at melee, so I don't actually move away from anything like that AoE heal that the healer is about to toss. Let's go ahead and do that into this, onto the finisher, into Flare and Scorch. Let me look for a seedling. Everybody's got it, so let's go ahead and do the rest of my rotation. I tossed the arrow there because I didn't want to go too far on the dark. And if I go too far on the dark, I will lose my balance, effectively making it even harder to get balance back. That's pretty much the only time you would ever use that. Okay. Get away from this. Let's do the first part of the opener, the first weapon skill, into the Embolden. Tossing off globals. Holy into Scorch. Remember, you can toss off globals after the Scorch and before it. Let me do this seedling here. Here should be fine. Let's grab the other one. Okay, he's got that one. Let me do a single into my Manafication. Let's move away. I'm going to go to the edge here. There's enough space for someone else to stand on the other corner. And the Scorch. As you can see, it's pretty much straightforward, as Red Mage is. We're going to toss another one there, since we're still not balanced enough to toss another light. And swift cast into the other one, so we can double proc. Double dip. And we're going to double dip dark. It's 1, 2, into a 3 for holy. into Scorch finish. Alright, so this has been Red Mage up to level 80, Scorch, Engagement, and the Reprise. Not really much of an area towards Reprise. Obviously I could have used Reprise there, it's just I needed to get away. That's the only issue with Reprise on Red Mage. If you're not within melee range, it is pretty much useless if you need to actually be on the move. And with that, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you guys next time for our next video.